Welcome back to my KEEPUP channel. Katie Price is being evicted from Mucky Mansion as she served with notice and given weeks to leave after failing to show up to court amid second bankruptcy. Katie Price is being evicted from her home after being served with a notice and given weeks to leave following her failure to show up to court amid her second bankruptcy declaration last month. The star, 45, paid £1.35 million for the property in Horsham, West Sussex in October 2014, and the home subsequently fell into disrepair, leading to her 2022 Channel 4 show, Katie Price's Mucky Mansion, which saw the star attempt a renovation. Her eviction notice has however been served, with a letter dated April 24 and viewed by the Mirror seeing Horsham County Court officials state that the eviction will take place on May 29, 2024, at 10 a.m. Katie, and any other occupiers, are instructed to arrange to leave the property with their belongings before this time and date. The letter continues, the court has issued a warrant or writ for the possession of the above property, land, at the request of the claimant. A warrant gives a county court bailiff the authority to evict you and hand over possession to the claimant. A writ gives a high court enforcement officer the authority to evict you and hand over possession to the claimant. In this notice, the term authorized person is used to refer to either the bailiff or the High Court enforcement officer. Katie's spokesperson declined to comment when approached by Mail Online. In 2022, her ex-fiancé Carl Woods had been using the garden as a vehicle forecourt for his used car sales business prior to the latest update on the home. Katie recently claimed that she has been signed off from appearing in court for her mental health, after receiving backlash for missing her last bankruptcy hearing in April to go on holiday to Cyprus with her Married at First Sight UK star JJ Slater. The former glamour model has been declared bankrupt for a second time after failing to pay over £750,000 in unpaid tax and had been warned she could lose her home unless HMRC could recover the money. She had been due to give evidence about her finances at the High Court, but at the start of the hearing, lawyers said that she had told them at the last minute she couldn't attend due to health issues. A judge described this excuse as scanty. Katie then jetted off on holiday to Aiea Napa with her MAFS star boyfriend, facing public backlash after being spotted sunbathing together by the pool. Taking to her podcast, The Katie Price Show, Katie hit back and claimed she had been signed off from court because she was mentally not strong enough. She said, everyone is like, oh, she's missed bankruptcy, and she's gone on holiday. No, let me address it. The court knew that I wasn't going to my bankruptcy, because mentally, my consultant at the Priory, I've been signed off for any kind of activity for court. I'm mentally not strong enough at the moment to stand in court, be cross-examined in front of the media and public. She went on, I am taking my bankruptcy so serious, like I do everything else. It's a very serious situation I'm in, and it does look like, oh, she's just gone on holiday. No, my head at the moment needs a break. I had 4 days in my diary where I was able to go away. When I say I'm not mentally able and stable to stand in court at the moment because I have a lot of things going on behind the scenes I'm dealing with. Hence, I haven't been on TikTok for months, since December, I'm only doing what my body and brain will let me do at the moment. She continued, I am taking the bankruptcy seriously. It's not like I've jetted off on a bloody 5-star holiday. I'm not in a £760 a night hotel. It's not my fault that my friend came to this hotel a week before me and told them that I was coming and to look after me. So when I came here they upgraded me for nothing. This holiday was actually a very cheap holiday. Katie then added that she wouldn't be going to her next hearing and that she was getting a signed letter to allow her not to appear. She said, there is another court hearing and I won't be going to that either. I want everyone to know I've had a letter from my trustees. Before I went away on holiday, I had an hour's conversation with my trustees who handle both of my bankruptcies and explained fully my situation. Since then I've had a letter from them and a letter from court. My consultant has now given a list of things I need to do to discharge me and suspend me from this, which has to be signed off by a lawyer. I'm back today. I have the appointments with my consultant, my therapist and everyone around me who will be signing me off legally. However, the reality star is now facing the threat of arrest by police after failing to attend the last court hearing over her bankruptcy. The court heard that Katie's personal assistant had sent a statement from a consultant psychiatrist saying she had anxiety and depression, as well as other issues affecting her mental health. Barristers for the trustees of Katie's first bankruptcy asked the judge to order her attendance at a future hearing and said she should be on notice that she could be arrested if she did not attend. Dara Connell, representing the trustees, told the court, "It is important that she is on notice of the fact that this is a possibility." In written submissions, he said, "The respondent should be in no doubt that any future non-attendance without a reasonable excuse will constitute contempt of court and necessitate an application for a warrant for her arrest. As with any other litigant, the respondent must comply with the orders of the Insolvency and Companies Court or face severe consequences." Mr. Connell said Katie had been aware of the hearing for a considerable period of time and her evidence simply is not good enough. He said, "It is clear that the evidence filed very late is of a variety that is deeply, deeply unsatisfactory, and we are in a very serious situation as a consequence. In these circumstances, there is deep concern from the trustees that what is happening here is an attempt at the 11th hour to kick things off into the long grass, and that should not be allowed to happen." Insolvency and Companies Court Judge Mark Mullen said similarly brief letters had been sent before previous court hearings, which Katie also did not attend. While he described the court as sympathetic to people with health conditions, he said, "There is a consistent pattern of last-minute adjournments being sought on the basis of scanty medical evidence. This can't be allowed to drag on such an unsatisfactory basis." Judge Mullen ordered that Katie attend the next hearing unless she gave a reasonable excuse and that she provide medical information so adjustments could be made to facilitate her giving evidence. He said, "It is a fact that those who do not attend without a reasonable excuse for public examinations are likely to be arrested. It is important that Ms. Price is under no illusion that just like any other bankrupt, she is expected to attend unless there are reasonable reasons why she should be excused." Alex Reed, Katie's former partner, was present at the hearing. The former glamour model owes him £250,000 plus legal costs following a court ruling in 2019. Katie allegedly shared sexual videos and photographs of the former cage fighter, 48. Alex sued his ex-wife for distributing private information, some of it of a sexual nature, which he said violated his right to privacy. Debt collectors were pictured outside her Mucky Mansion earlier this year in an attempt to collect the money, it is understood. In March, a judge at the High Court ruled that Katie be declared bankrupt after an official from HMRC said she has failed to pay any money owed or responded to any correspondence since the demand was made for the unpaid tax last year. It is the second bankruptcy faced by Katie as she is being chased by creditors for a £3.2 million payment over the failure of her company Jordan Trading Ltd., which sells perfume and cosmetics in 2019. Judge Sebastian Prentice sitting at the High Court Rolls Building said Katie had been served with a petition on November 27, 2023, with a demand for £761,994.05. The amount is made up of unpaid tax from self-assessment on her earnings from between 2020 and 2022, as well as penalties and surcharges. The judge said she also owed £140,000 in unpaid VAT, and added, "As with the unpaid tax, no payment has been made." Katie previously revealed that she didn't feel able to attend court to discuss her finances. Speaking exclusively to the Mail's comedy podcast in March, she said, "I just can't cope with going to a court. Mentally, I can't do it." Katie went on to explain, "Since my breakdown. When you are ill and depressed, everything accumulates. If you can't cope with something, or you haven't paid that bill, communicate, don't ignore, because when you ignore it, it just gets worse. It does upset me because they don't know how hard I've tried mentally to get out of that rut that I was in. A rut that I hung myself and thought I died." Katie was served with papers in October by HMRC informing her of the debt owed, and she has failed to respond to the demand. The judge said, "There is a substantial debt due from Miss Price due to HMRC, and therefore I will make a bankruptcy order." Katie has failed to appear at an insolvency hearing on 6 previous occasions, with the model submitting an excuse for her no-show each time. A HMRC source said every effort will be made to recover the money, and if not paid, then assets owed by Katie will be seized. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.